Hey, you piece of trash.
Who are you talking to?
You, of course.
Watch your language. That's not how you speak to your father.
Who cares? You're trash anyways. Back on track. Did you use my hairbrush? I smell the stinky hair wax of yours, and it's disgusting.
Oops, sorry about that. I was in a rush.
Don't mess around with me. Now it's contaminated. You owe me money for the brush, understand?
Fine, but you don't have to be that angry.
It's $150.
What?
Mine's expensive, okay? It's from a famous brand. So you owe me $150 ASAP.
For just a hairbrush? You don't need such an expensive hairbrush. You're only 17. Isn't it too good for you?
Shut up. I'm too good for you to be my father.
Jeez.
You should understand it's a miracle for you to have a family like me and Mom. You're even living in Grandpa's house. So you should be thankful for what you have, Steve.
Olivia, enough. As I said, that's not how you speak to your father. Did I do something wrong to you? I mean, you used to call me Dad back then.
You're annoying. Your whole existence is annoying me. Don't you realize that you're a lame father?
What do you mean?
I can't believe you don't know yourself. Your looks, how you dress, and how you smell, everything's just horrible.
Olivia, I didn't know you were thinking of me like that.
Well, are you anything better? No. You can't even buy a house by yourself, and you're living on your wife's parents' money. You're one awful freeloader. You're just a parasite to everyone.
Excuse me? Stop calling your father a parasite. It's rude.
No wonder Mom doesn't love you. Remember last time when you asked us out for family dinner? And you got rejected?
I do admit that, but I never imagined in my life my daughter would make fun of me like this one day.
Oh, somebody's feeling weak, huh? Then will you mind getting divorced with Mom? Didn't she ever tell you so? It just kills me thinking about the fact that I'm even sharing some of your DNA. So if you care about me, please at least get out of my sight. I don't want to see you any longer.
I can't just let go of my responsibility of being a parent, you know?
I don't care. Breathing the same air with you just drives me nuts. So shut up and get away already.
Olivia, you need to understand. I'm your father, and there's a lot of stuff I'm working hard on at the moment. So can you please give me some time?
Yeah, right. Working hard. Wait, are you making money for me? Then I can wait. So, you finally signed the divorce papers? I was almost about to lose my temper having to see your face.
I couldn't take it anymore. I don't need a fake family that wouldn't treat me as one.
Of course no one wants to be in the same family with you. Who do you think you are?
I just handed in all the legal documents, so now I'm officially out of this house.
Thank God. Now you're finally gone.
By the way, where's your mother? I've been making phone calls to her for the past 10 minutes, but she never picks up.
Obviously, she's on a date, genius.
Huh?
Don't you see? She's looking for a new partner.
But I just handed in the documents a few minutes ago. How's that possible?
Oh, you don't know? Mom started looking for one like half a year ago. I'm hoping she brings home a better father for me, though. So glad that the parasite is finally out of the house. Oh yeah, by the way, don't forget to pay me for my educational expenses and stuff. You're biologically my father, so it's your responsibility. Let's say, how about 200K for now?
Well, I'm not your father then.
What?
I said I'm not your father.
I didn't know you were that stupid. You thought you could get away with this if you get divorced? Things don't work that easily, genius. You thought a divorce would let you get away with your responsibility? Stop dreaming.
I do. Besides, I never had the responsibility to be your father anyways.
Now what? You're such a jerk. The worst being ever to live. I can't believe you're trying to do this to your child. What do you think I gave you the time for? You're the one who asked for the time, and I gave you a chance. Don't tell me you failed.
I didn't fail, I just decided not to. First of all, what do you mean I have to pay $200K? That's way too much.
It's all the expenses for me to grow up. You're the one who selfishly decided to leave, right? Borrow money or get a loan and pay for what you need to. Don't you see that I don't even want to talk to you anymore? It's just making my life miserable. Just give me the money and get out of my life already.
Get out of my life, huh? I'll give those words straight back to you.
What do you mean?
Come on, you're already a high schooler. Is my English that difficult for you? Your parents should have educated you better.
Hello? Why don't you check yourself in the mirror? Unfortunately, you are one of my parents. No other way.
Oh please, is communicating in English that hard for you? Get help. As I said a million times, I am not your father.
I don't see where this is going.
For God's sake, I took a DNA test and the results came out that I'm not your father, and you are not my daughter. Understood? Whose daughter even are you?
Wait, I don't understand. You're joking around with me, right?
Then let me explain again. I was never your father. And you were some random guy's daughter. Period.
I don't believe you. The results must be wrong. Most of all, I never even took a DNA test in my life. How can you be so sure?
Just so you know, my parents have been suspecting whether you're my actual daughter. I've been convincing them that you were my daughter for the whole time. But since it was a good opportunity this time, I decided to take the test. But I didn't expect the results to turn out like this. As people say, you should always listen to your parents, I guess.
Stop it! I know you're lying to me.
I'm not. Sadly, this is the truth.
Then how did you even test my DNA?
Your hairbrush. I took some of your hair off the brush and handed it in for testing. I cleaned the brush the day before and collected samples the next day, right after you finished using it. Obviously, you were the only one using it, so it can't be anyone else's hair.
That is so disgusting! How dare you do that? That's what a stalker does, not a father.
Whatever you say. Well, thanks to that, I got to realize the truth.
I can't believe this. So it's true that I'm not your daughter?
Exactly. So there's no such thing as my responsibility to pay for your educational expenses at all.
Oh my.
Oh yeah, just so to inform everyone, don't forget to move out of that house during this week, okay?
Huh?
It's gonna be someone else's house by next week.
What are you talking about? Are you nuts? You're just a freeloader. And it's my grandparents' house.
The house is signed under my name, you know.
No way.
That house was passed down from my parents when they passed away before my marriage. When I married your mother, she asked me if she can invite her parents over so she can take care of them. And I approved it, see?
I don't believe you. Mom told me it was her family's house.
Maybe she was trying to take it away from me. Since she found her way to make you my daughter. Well, too bad. The cat's already out of the bag.
So this house belonged to you in the first place?
Yep, since the very beginning. And now it'll be someone else's, since I managed to find a person who is interested in buying it. They told me they're ready to move in next week, so good luck with packing your stuff.
You freak! How could you do this to us? You're kicking us out all of a sudden? That's not fair!
Wait, let me get this straight. Wasn't it you guys who kicked me out in the first place?
Well...
Anyways, good luck.
No, please. Not the house. Cancel the deal immediately.
But then I'll have to pay for the cancellation fee. Are you gonna pay for me? It's about $100K in total. Sound good?
Are you crazy? Of course I can't afford that. And neither can Mom.
I bet. I mean, there's other fees coming up, like the compensation for me. A house shouldn't be the priority, right?
Now what? What compensation?
About you, of course. I was fooled for 13 years of my precious lifetime. To raise someone else's child, I'm the victim of this whole situation.
No one fooled you. It's not our fault. Besides, I don't think Mom was even trying to fool you for that.
Oh, really? I was talking to some of your friends, and I even have the records as proof. They told me your mom told everyone that she married me for a stable life. Because she got dumped right before she found out about her pregnancy.
What? Why would Mom tell that to people?
Well, there's no lie that I was doing my best to bring us back together. But since she was going out quite often when I didn't know, I decided to hire a detective. And guess what? There was loads of evidence that she was hanging out with other men. Then I finally realized how much time I was wasting.
But it's not completely our fault that you weren't loved, is it?
Yeah, you're right. So I no longer have the need to work hard for any of you anymore.
What do you mean?
I did know your mother was going out with many other men. But I never knew she was looking for a new partner before divorce. I guess that means a rise in the compensation.
No!
So don't forget to tell your mother that we'll have a lawyer in between us in any kind of conversation from now on.
Are you sure about this? If you let go of Mom, you'll never find a chance to get married again. Like, ever. No one will be interested in a middle-aged, poor businessman, I'm sure. I've been convincing them that you are my father the whole time. I'll talk to Mom, so please?
Then what if the middle-aged man owned a business?
What?
I never informed you guys about this, but I started my own business half a year ago.
How?
I did work as a technician at a company, but I decided to start something for myself using the programming projects I worked on myself during my free time. I never knew how it would end up, but I guess everything's going better than expected. We're even moving our office into the city.
So what? There's nothing special starting a business these days. There's rental offices and even virtual ones. What's so special?
I make $30K a month. How does that sound?
You mean a year?
Nope. A month.
What? You're kidding!
Swear to God. So there's nothing so bad for me to being single at this time of my career. I have something I can feel passionate about, and there's more opportunities to meet new people. You should start worrying about yourself, not me.
Dad, I'm sorry. Please come back. You shouldn't have gotten divorced.
Dad? Stop joking. It gets on my nerves. As I said, I am not your father.
Maybe we don't have a connection in our blood, but we spent 13 years together. You're my one and only dad. I was just shy, you know? It's hard for kids at my age to let everything out. But I love you as my dad. Please, come back. Or take me with you.
I'm surprised how you can say so much. To be honest, I was shocked to find out the results of the test.
See?
Even if you weren't my actual daughter, I did raise you for 13 years. And since it wasn't your fault all of this started, I did consider paying for your education. Well, too bad. You ruined it yourself.
No, please. I was just an innocent child. I didn't do anything. You need to reconsider this, Dad.
No one wants to be in the same family as me, right?
Yes, I do.
Didn't the fact that we share DNA kill you? But good news, we don't, even a single bit. Thanks for not being my daughter. Good luck in life. The very next week, the new residents of the house moved in, which means the family had no other choice but to leave. Without anywhere else to go, they rented a small apartment, too small for 4 people to fit in. And about the results of my trial, the fact that my ex-wife fooled me to raise her daughter as my actual child got into consideration, which got me an amount of $60,000 in compensation. Since there's no way my ex-wife can afford that money at once, she is living in debt at the moment, without a proper house to stay in. Now the whole entire family, including her parents, are working part-time to pay back the debt. On the other hand, my business has been going better than ever, doing new things every day. Although I haven't met someone special yet, ever since, it will be nice to have a true family in the future.
Congratulations on your marriage. I just heard from my dad. You submitted the marriage certificate today, right? Thanks, Sophia. We just went to the city office together. From today onward, we'll officially be a family. I baked a cake to celebrate, so let's eat it together tonight, the 3 of us. What? Who's going to eat with you? Take the cake to my room. I won't eat at the same table as a housekeeper. What? Now I finally have a housekeeper. It took longer than I thought it would. Oh, Sophia, by the housekeeper, do you mean me? Who else could it be but you? You married my dad, and now you're my personal housekeeper. I'm not your housekeeper, I'm your new mother. We're going to start living together as a family, and now you call me a housekeeper. Why do you say such horrible things? What's so terrible about it? I've never accepted you as my mother. I only see you as my housekeeper. What? I'm going to take the college entrance exam next year. I want to concentrate on my studies. But if it's just me and Dad, I have to do things around the house too. And I can't afford to go to a famous cram school with just my dad. So I was looking for a housekeeper who has money and can take care of the house. Don't tell me that's going to be me. I thought you supported me in marrying Liam. So that's what you wanted from the beginning? That's what it means. Thank you for marrying my dad. And from now on, you'll be my personal housekeeper. No way. Well, you don't have to be so uptight. In any family, a mother is like a housekeeper who does everything for the family. All you have to do is shut up and take care of us. Don't act like a mother and lecture us. Mia, I didn't have enough money for cram school, so I'm going to borrow some money. I'll get $500 from your wallet in the living room. Wait a minute. I already gave you the money last week. What? I don't remember that. I'll take it as this month's allowance. I already gave you that last week. Give me the money back now. Stop taking it right out of my wallet like that. Shut up. I don't have the allowance you gave me anymore. If you don't want me to take this money, increase your allowance. I gave you $200 a month for allowance as well. That's not enough? You spend too much money. What? You're a housekeeper, and you're lecturing me? Did you forget I told you not to act like a mother? A housekeeper. I told you to mind your own business. I'm going to study at a family restaurant with my friends after cram school. I'll probably be home after 10 p.m. Don't even take a bath until I get back as usual. Hey, Sophia. Why do I have to be the last? I want to take a bath as soon as I get home from work. You can't be the first one to take a bath when you're a housekeeper. You're not allowed to take a bath until Daddy and I are done. That's enough. When are you going to start treating me like a family? I had faith that one day you'd open up to me. Instead of stopping treating me like a housekeeper, you're making it worse. I've reached my limit. That's so funny that you believe in me and then you say you've reached your limit. I'm never going to stop treating you like a housekeeper. No way. So give it up and be my housekeeper. A housekeeper shouldn't complain when I take money out of her purse. You're the last one to take a bath. You're never allowed to have dinner with me. I see. I've tried to be reasonable. I've tried. The last 3 months have been a total waste. If you don't like it, leave. Just divorce Dad and get out of this house. You can't do that anyway, can you? Because you're finally married. And he's pretty good looking, so you don't want to leave him. You're married to Daddy with kids because no one wants you, right? That's not true. You've always thought that way with me? That's all I can think of. My dad is pretty good looking. That's why there is no way you, an old lady like you, can divorce him. So if you don't have the courage to get a divorce, don't you dare stand in my way. You'll continue to be my personal housekeeper. Liam, I'm almost at my limit. Can't you do something about Sophia? What's wrong, Mia? Sophia is in high school and a bit of a rebellious phase. She'll open up to you and you guys will get along eventually. That's what I've been trying to do, but I've reached my limit. Besides, Sophia made it very clear to me that she isn't going to change her attitude anytime in the future. Oh, really? We can't live together as a family anymore. I've been thinking about divorce lately. What? So from now on, will you be proactive in getting between us? I'm not saying I want to be friends with her. That's selfish of me. I just can't be treated like a housekeeper anymore. I just want to live like a normal family. So please cooperate with us, Liam. I don't know what you mean by cooperate. I think it'll make things more complicated if I get in the middle. It's best for the two of you to work it out together. Your wife says she's at her limits, but you won't do anything? I'm saying if things don't change, we'll get a divorce. Then let's just get a divorce. We married recently, but let's break up then. What? I'll go get the divorce papers right away. Wait a minute. I can't believe you accepted so easily. Are you okay with me divorcing you? Yeah, I don't mind. If we get divorced, I'll just marry someone else. You're kidding, right? Your wife is in so much trouble and you won't do something about it? Can we do something about it together? You're accepting a divorce so easily. That's terrible. I don't want to go through all that trouble. Men don't get involved in women's fights. That's an absolutely rigid rule in life, isn't it? So you really don't do anything for me. No matter how much I'm treated like a housekeeper, you turn a blind eye. I cry and you won't do anything about it. What's the point of living together like this then? Just so you know, if we're getting a divorce, we will take care of the division of property. What? You make more money than I do, and I can expect a pretty good amount. I knew I was right to remarry a woman with a lot of money saved up. Hey, wait a minute. Did you marry me for money? You make it sound like I did. Of course I married you because of your character. but money is more important than anything else. What did you just say? I'll go get the divorce papers. I'm sorry, but can you leave the house now? We don't need you in this house anymore. Huh? Actually, I saw something just now. I saw my dad walking with a very beautiful woman. They had dinner together. It had to be a date. What did you say? From a distance, she looked a lot like my mom. I knew that's the way my dad likes it. She's the complete opposite of you. What a guy. I was surprised at how easily he accepted the divorce. So that's what it was. So he's already with someone else. What? You and my dad are already talking about divorce? That's so funny. If that's what you want, then get out of my house right now. I don't even need you as a housekeeper anymore. Are you moving out yet, old housekeeper? I'm on my way out. I'm finally free. I'm so tired of your insubordination, even though you're my housekeeper. I feel suffocated just by your presence in the house. You've been calling me your housekeeper all this time. But let me tell you something important as a mother. People deserve retribution. What you do to others will come back to haunt you. You're no longer my mother and you're lecturing me too much. Hey Mia. What's up with the divorce all of a sudden? Why are you leaving so suddenly? Huh? You said before that it was okay to get a divorce. That's why I filed the divorce papers I got the other day. Go ahead, remarry a beautiful woman who looks just like your ex-wife. What? Sophia told me. She said you had a nice date with a very beautiful woman. And she looks a lot like your ex-wife. She's the reason why you easily agreed to divorce me, isn't she? Oh no, I'm fed up with you and Sophia. I hope you'll be happy with your new girlfriend who looks exactly like your ex-wife. That's impossible. She's not just a lookalike, she's my ex-wife herself. Besides, I just got dumped a few minutes ago. What? No, at first I thought it was someone else. The waitress at the cafe I've been going to looks so much like my ex-wife. So I gave her my number and we talked every day. Today I finally went on a date with her for the first time, and it was then I realized. Not only did she look exactly like my ex-wife, but she was my ex-wife herself. You're kidding me. You didn't recognize her until you went on a date? Her hair had changed drastically, and she wears a mask when she works at the cafe. It's not something you notice. But she knew it was me right away. What? Apparently, she heard somewhere that I got remarried. So she pretended to take me up on my offer. You're still cheating on her like this? You're divorced and you're still doing it. That's sick. She pretended to be on a date with me and she kept cursing at me the whole time. It was the worst date of my life. Wait. I just want to make sure that the divorce was caused by your wife cheating on you, right? And now you're divorcing her again? What do you mean? I'm sorry, the divorce was caused by my cheating. I cheated on my wife a lot during our marriage. My ex-wife left me because she got fed up with me. What? No way. So you two have been lying to me this whole time? Hiding the reason for your divorce? And she wanted me as a housekeeper. And you even wanted my money. You're the worst kind of father and daughter. Please, Mia. Please reconsider the divorce. I'll tell Sophia. I'll tell her not to treat you like a housekeeper anymore. You've got to be kidding me. Don't be scared just because your potential next wife ran away. Divorce me, get a share of the property, and remarry your beautiful ex-wife? Thanks for leaving so soon. Now all that's left is for my dad to marry a girlfriend who looks like my mom. But I'm sure he'll remarry soon. My dad is so handsome. I heard he got dumped even though he was good looking. So you two are back to being father and daughter alone. What? Dad was rejected? It seems like it was more than similar to your mom. It was your real mom. Liam didn't even know what was going on. He was just hitting on her. That's why he was dumped so easily. It can't be true. Ask Dad all you want about the details. The divorce papers has been filed, and I'm no longer your mother. I don't want anything to do with a father and a child who lie and hide the reason for their divorce. That sucks. Now you know why Mom and Dad divorced. I'm beyond angry and disgusted with you two. Well, take care of yourselves. And don't ever show your face in front of me again. Who's going to show up? I'm sure Dad will find another girlfriend soon. Why don't you just take your money and go? Make sure I get my child support and a generous share of the estate. What? You're divorced, so you pay what you owe. I treated you like a housekeeper, but you were still my mother on the family register. Of course you have to pay child support. My dad told me that you have a lot of money saved up, even for an old lady. But if we divide the property, half of it will be ours. Like father, like daughter. I don't have to pay child support, and I have very little in the way of property. You know, premarital assets are not subject to property division. Oh, really? I don't know if you're clever or stupid. You and Liam don't know anything about that. What do you mean not covered? Even if you're only married for a few months, once you're married to each other. You'll pay what you have to pay. That's the way it's supposed to be. All assets before marriage are excluded. The only assets that are subject to property division are those from the months we were married. What? And even though we were married, I didn't even adopt you as my child, Sophia. I'm not entitled to child support. If we get divorced, that's the end of our relationship. I see. So you don't get any money from the divorce? Yeah, I get almost nothing. If anything, I'll have to give up the house. What? We all moved into this house when we got married. Actually, I was paying all the rent. So now Liam has to pay for it. But I think it's a pretty difficult amount for him. $3,000 for a rent each month is difficult for someone with a lower income than me. $3,000 a month? Wait a minute. Is the rent that high? It's a house in a good location. I can afford it with an annual income of $200,000 or so. It must be difficult for Liam with an average income. What? Wait. $200,000 a year? What? You make that much money? Oh yeah. That's why I have so much money saved up for an old lady. No, that's not true. I heard you make a lot of money, but I didn't hear that you make that much money. $200,000 a year is rich. I'm going back to my life as a rich bachelor. Wait, Mia. You know, I have a feeling we're gonna be friends from now on. Even if we're not related by blood, we could really be a parent and child. Huh? So come back, Mia. Everything I've been doing is just out of rebellion. But my rebellion is over today. From now on, I'll be friends with you, Mia. That's a very obvious flip-flop. But it's too late now. They couldn't afford the rent and moved to a cheap apartment. Liam immediately started looking for marriage again. He is handsome but divorced. It seems that he was not blessed with any encounters this time. And it's the first time he's not taken seriously by anyone. He began to take it out on Sophia. Now he won't even have dinner with her. Sophia, who is forced to take care of everything at home, is always home alone, has finally started to regret what she has done. She sent a single word of apology. I'm really sorry for all the things I did. I didn't reply or anything, but I hope she will grow up a little from this.